Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Are we excited?
Yes.
I am. So you're going to go home and your friends and your family say, "Oh, what did you do?" And you're going to say, "I learnt biblical Greek and I became a Bible translator." This is going to be really exciting. I'm very, 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 very excited about this Bible study with you. So, hopefully, you've all got a little booklet in your hands. If you haven't, you need to go and find one. And yes, you need to go and find one. There are one or two large prints kicking around. If you can, open up your lovely... Oh, you can write your name on the front first. Get your pen out, write your name on. My mum was a school teacher. I heard that a lot. Okay, so in our first page, you will see... Does this look familiar on your first page? Okay. It doesn't matter that you don't understand the Greek, and you can turn to your neighbour and say, "It's all Greek to me." But what we've helpfully done is we've done some colour coordinating. So it doesn't matter that you can't read it. The first word is in red. Can you all see that? Yes. Okay. So that first word is going to have a translation. It's going to have the dictionary definition. And the dictionary definition I've taken is from an actual, proper, theological, big, important Greek dictionary. Okay. I'm impressed I've even got one. So we've got the word in red. You can see that highlighted there. And then the word that is associated with is there, because they're both red. And if you have difficulty with colour, they're labelled a little A next to it. So you can definitely coordinate the two. So that is which word corresponds to which. And then next to it is this funny little thing is how you pronounce it. If you wanted to impress people, and it's like the linguistic phonetic way. So it'd be pat, air. Can you say that? Yeah. So it's as it's written. It's not meant to catch you out. It's just, if you wanted to say it, that's how you say it. The word next to it is a raw traditional translation, just to give you a bit of help. Okay? So this is very often translated as, but you'll see in the dictionary definition, it's not always that way. And then the word next to it, this is where you're grammar experts. What's a noun, everybody? Yeah, there you go. So that it just tells you what kind of word it is, right? And then the next thing to be aware of, so this where the squiggly line is, that is the entire dictionary definition. So if you looked up pater in the dictionary, you would get all of these definitions, okay? Your job is to look through them and think, actually, I quite like to see a title of honour. I think that works for me. So I'm not gonna use the word father. I'm gonna use Your Royal Highness, because I think that is a big title of honour. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you remember all this cat sat on the mat? We've got the dogs and cats and raining and le chien et le chat. So it's up to you which one you pick. There are no right, there are no wrong answers. So once you've picked your answer, just to help you along, then you can write it in this little box here. All right? So 2A, the originator and transmitter of anything. You can write 2A, or you can write your actual words like Your Royal Highness. It's entirely up to you. I would write Your Majestic Royal Highness, Queen of everything. I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to you. Go crazy. Go crazy. And so it's that same principle for every single word. So the next one, the one in green, it's exactly the same thing. That's how you pronounce it. That's the raw translation. It tells you it's a verb. And underneath it, that is what you'd find in a dictionary. Now, the one small complicated thing, now you all speak English, don't you? So do you know the verb I am? So it's conjugated. I am, you are, she is. It's to be, you know, all this kind of stuff. If you were looking for the word I am in the dictionary, it's part of the verb to be. And there are occasionally some times like that in Greek as well. So just to help you out, and if anybody is actually a Greek scholar here, I didn't want them to think I was a fraud. On page 30, hang on a minute, where are you, cheeky little... Oh yeah, page 4, you'll see a purple one, the second one down, the purple one. That is one of these examples of to be. So you wouldn't find that word in the dictionary. You'd have to know Greek so well that it's part of a verb. It's actually part of the verb to be, actually. It's part of the verb to come. And so the word underneath it in the black is what you'd find in the dictionary, but don't stress about it. What you need to do is look at the dictionary definition and think, okay, yeah, to come into being, arise. I like arise. I'm going to have that one. I'm going to write that in my box. Are you with me so far? Let's have some enthusiasm. Are you with me so far? Yeah. All right, okay. And if you are a bit stuck, come and see me. Come and see my mum, because she made the booklet. Let's give her a clap. Mum, can you just give us a wave? So come and see me, Mum. And then, right at the very end, once you've got all of your words, you've got to put them together and make a sentence. You've got to make the Lord's Prayer, because you can't have Your Royal Highness, Queen of the Universe, come. Doesn't make sense. You've got to make it into English, which is why we're going to have so many exciting translations. I appreciate this might feel a little bit scary. It's not a test. It's not an exam. It's a bit of fun. You can work in pairs. You can work in a group. It's just an opportunity for you to really get to grips with the problem of translation and do some biblical study and help you understand that the New Testament really, really is one person's opinion of the Greek. And this is going to be your opinion of that Greek. Does that kind of make sense? All right, okay, I'm just going to say one last thing. Can you turn to page 5? Can you see the Greek? Sorry. Can you see the Greek? Can you see the green word right in the middle on page 5? Okay, right. This word, nobody knows what it means. I'm serious. It doesn't appear in any Greek text anywhere else in the world apart from the Lord's Prayer. So we don't know what it means. We can take a good stab at it, and people have said, well, we think that nearby languages, it sounds like this in Syriac, and it sounds like this in Aramaic, and we know that in Syriac and Aramaic, it means this, so we're going to take a good guess and think that in the Greek it means this. But actually, nobody knows. Welcome to the problem of translation. Particularly in something as special as the Lord's Prayer, I'm just blown your minds, haven't I? That there's a word in the Lord's Prayer that we all know. There's a word that nobody knows what it means. Okay. Sisters, you are incredible, amazing women. I know you're going to rise to this challenge. As Becca said, the image of God is here, so we are unstoppable. Yeah! Whoa! There are no wrong answers. Trust me, there are no wrong answers. There is no such thing as translation. That's what we discovered this weekend. And most importantly, enjoy. Okay? Right. Off you go! I don't expect any complete translations because I thought I had an hour, but I don't. But please take this home, and please email your translations to communications.mwib@gmail.com. and then we will collate them together and like make a little booklet. And well, sorry, I'm giving you a job, right? Well, my mum can do it. She's good at that. Yeah, I know this has been really hard. I know it's really, really hard, but I knew you would engage in this because you're incredible women, but also because I just wanted to give you a taste of the real complexities of translation, because it's all very well me can't speak English anymore, trying to describe the challenges and the problems of translation. But only when you really start to dig in it yourself with a passage that y'all know off by heart, y'all know the Lord's Prayer, and you see for yourself how complicated it is. Because actually, you could have just picked the easy, basic translation, Father, let revered, me, you. You could have just done that, but then you've still got to make it into a sentence that makes sense in English. So no matter which way you do it, it's really, really complicated. And if you take anything away from this weekend, my prayer is this, that your relationship with the Bible will change. And you won't take it at face value. And it is the sacred word of God, it is, but it is a living book that needs to change, that dirty C word, and for you to engage with it in a really, really different way. So if anybody says to you, well, it says so in the Bible, you have my permission to say, well, does it really? Does it really? Let's talk about that, shall we? And so if you are of the theological persuasion where the Bible is the sacred word of God, and you are the person where it is, it's infallible, it is my hope and prayer that your relationship will have also changed and developed, and your reverence for the Holy Scriptures will be increased, and you might decide, you know what, I'm going to learn Biblical Greek. I can recommend some teachers if you do want to do that. Does anybody, I don't expect a complete finished bit, does anybody want to share the little bit that they've done with us? Becca is our beautiful assistant who's going to run around. All right, Madeline, all right. Come on up, and then everyone's going to hear yours, and then we'll all be thinking, oh, mine's naff. But there's no such thing as wrong translation. Madeline, come on down. And just because Madeline's finished doesn't mean that you need to do it as well. She's young.
I did a speed run. Exalted instigator, put your character on a pedestal. Manifest your authority. Administer our regular sustenance throughout the days of our life. Also omit our going astray. Abandon all and every debt of ours. Don't bring us toward trouble.
Wow. Hands up if you've got goose pimples. That was insane. All right, next. Let's go.
Sorry. This is a joint effort that bears no relation whatsoever to the text.
It's a cat sat on the mat. No, it's raining cats and dogs.
It is. Originator of all and in all, holy and amazing, you are my God. Yes. You have shown yourself as one who reigns over all that was and is to come. You provide abundantly for all my needs throughout my life. Take away from me anything that is against your kingdom values. Forgive the times I failed to love as you call me to, and keep me faithful during trials so that I could come close to you, holy God.
Yes, Queen! Oh, it's me mum. It's me mum.
Okay.
You've had a lot of practice, Mum. You've been dealing with this.
truly, I didn't do it as I was doing the thingamabob. I was thinking, oh, heck. But actually, it came out okay. Okay. Teacher,
Nice.
cleanse me. Show yourself in your authority. Nourish me every day. Give your gifts to us throughout all days, even omitting our wanderings. Depart not from us. Remember not the least of my debts.
Yes.
Bring not my rebellions into your sight.
Wow. Wow. I am over. This is amazing, ladies. You are you're amazing. Olive.
This was hard.
It was hard, but did you enjoy it?
I loved it.
Michael.
O glorious root of my existence, the renewer of my soul, the Most High who owns all, arise and reign over all. Sustain us in everything that is mine forever. Entrust what is mine throughout, my living and my waking. Additionally, absolve out all our transgressions. Okay. Yield up all things and all goodwill due, our being directed away from challenge and temptation.
Oh, hallelujah. Yes.
Got one at the back. I'm going. All you worrying about my weight issues?
Oh,
Look at the steps that I'm doing.
Right. I'm going to share one from the Zoomers, and then if you don't mind, I'll share mine. One of the Zoomers I have, Creator Majesty, Holy Lord, may your rule become established. Provide for me the nourishment I need each day. Forgive me the mistakes I make when I wander away from you, as I let go of every debt. Do not lead me to adversity or trial. And if you'll indulge your communications officer. Esteemed parent, dedicate us to love all creation. You appear in glorious triumph. Sumptuous cake is ours as we require. Entrust your grace to us throughout all our days and disregard the errors we make, for we ourselves will strive to forgive all who owe or wrong our hearts. Do not bring us unsupported to a time of great testing.
Oh. Amazing. It's so interesting. And because you've wrestled with the Greek, you know where it's coming from. You know, like the essence. Sorry, continue.
Mine's not as eloquent as
Give
everybody
over.
else's.
Hush. We'll have none of that.
Magnificent Creator, ruler of all, show yourself, sustain me with your gifts of knowledge, and help me to keep on your true path each and every day.
All right. One more.
One more. Don't put your hand up there.
No, it's not one more.
So no, sorry, I saw another one. I'm not like it's the last one, but continue.
I just brought to my mind that a few years ago we were staying in the guest house at an Andaman leprosy hospital, and there were two German ladies there, and they had been living with a group of Nepali people for 40 years. They didn't have a written language, so first of all they had to sort that out. And it had taken them 40 years to translate part of the Bible so that these people could have the Word of God in their own language.
I had a choice when I left university after my linguistics degree. Do I go into the church or do I go into translation in like PNG and go into ethnography and go and live amongst the tribes and translate and do their writing. That was the choice that I made, and I went into ministry rather than translation. Exec, if you're looking, if you've enjoyed this weekend, if you have, maybe ask the exec to get somebody from Wycliffe Translators or the Bible Society to come and do a weekend about actual Bible translation and the challenges that there are across the world. There's loads of people and speakers who will do that. Just saying. Any more translations? Yes.
Creator, purifier, name above all, may your way come into being. Feed me always and grant me this throughout life. Let go of my mistakes as I try to let go of others. Bring me not to rebellion against you.
Super. Becca?
Really? No, I'm coming. Look at this. Oh, Becca, you're wonderful. Look at your speed.
Well, here goes nothing. Dad, we dedicate ourselves to you of all things. You, come let us see your royal kingdom alive to sustain us, that the things we need forever as a gift, that we need according to your time, and release us from evil deeds. That I am for him, to leave everything owing to me, not least so you bring me towards the test of internal temptation.
Wow.
That was worth running for.
Okay, so I chose to pretend that I didn't know the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't all make sense. Author, whose spirit is infused in us, purify by the renewing of the soul everything in thought, feeling, hearing, and remembering. You arrive and depart, appear and disappear, come forth and find a place of influence. The royal power of Jesus, the largest cake shared at the love feast. I, for existence today and tomorrow, come forth as the sea gives up the dead who have been enfolded by it.
Wow.
It goes on. Sorry. I, according to the time of abstaining from indulgence, indeed expire a violation of the divine law. I, for herself, yield up, omit, and disregard, individually or collectively, the debt due. I, not least, bring into the me towards the condition of things which we are enticed to sin or to a lapse from the faith and holiness. Amen.
Wow.
I'm glad I don't have to remember that.
Can you imagine that in church? It's amazing how there's about 30 words. There's not been a single translation that's been the same. It's amazing, isn't it? There's one or two words. I think we're all going to remember the word cake. I can't thank you enough for engaging in this. I know it's been hard, but I think it's been worth it. And I really hope that your understanding of translation in the Bible has been absolutely transformed. And I'm so proud of you for becoming little Greek translators this weekend. So I know I'm over my time. I'm soz.
Thank you for making it possible.
Oh, no, thanks to me mum. So I'm going to hand over. But before I do that, can I just say one last prayer? Thank you. Living God, thank you for the power of language. Thank you for translators. Thank you for those who go into countries and places and communities and villages which do not have the scriptures, who live alongside those people, who learn their language, who find a writing system, who painstakingly translate your holy word into words that they truly understand, to make the word of life the word for their life. Lord, your lamp is like a light to my feet. And so we thank you for the ability to read, for the ability to write, for the power of language. And we just say thank you, Lord. Amen.